Yo, 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 what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Money Making Marlo. I got a special guest with me here today. Who I got with me here today?
I go by the name of Kam Prada, hip hop pop artist from Calgary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before I get into anything, I want to ask you, how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of
And
course.
I'm glad we were able to make this work. Me being in Calgary, you being in Edmonton.
Hmm.
There's a lot. It's good. We're doing the cross city link up thing. It's good to build that way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One thing before I actually dive into anything, whenever I do virtual videos, what I like to say is, yeah, right now it's virtual, and I'm doing interview part one. But I want whenever I get the chance to hit Calgary for us to do another one, but face to face. If you're in town.
100%, 100%.
Okay, okay. Um, First thing I want to get into is this whole music thing you got going on. When Vasad, shouts out to Vasad, he put me on to you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, yeah, I was messing with your style and stuff. It's just a little bit different. First thing I want to ask that caught my eye is like, what's your background?
So my parents are actually from East Africa.
Ooh.
But like my great grandparents from like generation ago are from India.
All from India.
So my dad was from Kenya, my mom's from Uganda, and then they moved here to Canada when they were like super young.
Oh, so you're born and raised here.
Yeah, so I was actually born in Vancouver, but then
I
I
knew
moved to
it. I
Calgary when I
knew
was
it.
like 2 years old.
Oh, see,
Yeah, so 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 yeah, Calgary's still like my hometown, but I was born in Vancouver.
okay. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're always in and out of Vancouver.
Yeah, I still have family over there, so like I go to Vancouver a lot. I also have family in like Toronto and stuff. So it's
Ooh.
like Vancouver and Toronto. I like to go there as often as I can, just to like for the music, and then also just to like see family, see friends, things like that.
Mm. Okay, okay. What's the music scenery like in Calgary? What's going on in Calgary? Cause me, I'm from Edmonton, which I know it's not that far from Calgary, but I never really hear about it.
Calgary's dope. It's definitely like evolving and emerging. There's like a lot of talented people in Calgary. It's just everyone is like so underrated and like so like underappreciated. But there's like the talent is there, and now it just really comes down to like who's really gonna like push it and like really like commit to it and commit like time and money and
Mm.
just like invest the time and money into themselves to like really get to that next level, because like the talent is there. It's like undeniable.
Wow.
In a city there's like so many talented individuals, but it's just a matter of like a bunch of individuals, I guess, like popping off and like doing their thing, and then sort of like building the scene for the city.
Okay.
Because it's just really low key right now, but the talent is there.
Mm. Do you feel like when it comes to music wise, Calgary is a good starting point?
I think there's like two ways to look at it, because like some people look at it as like, yo, I have to move to Vancouver or Toronto to like blow up, or
Mm.
to get the right connections, or to get the right eyes on me, to be in the right place. But the other way of looking at it is like, yo, no one has like really like claimed Calgary like that yet. So it's like you could be like a pioneer of some shit.
Sheesh.
So I like to look at it the second way, because a lot of the success that I've seen so far has been more so like based on just like me putting my music out there on the internet, and just seeing like success from like TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and just like the internet basically. So
Ooh.
for me, it's like I don't really have to be in like I'd rather just stay in Calgary and just try to keep the music in the city type shit. But
Okay.
I guess there's two ways of seeing it, and like there's two ways. I know people who like feel both ways.
Mm. Um, how long have you been doing music?
So I think I made my first song in like 2018, but I've since then I took some time to like really develop my craft, and sort of even just playing around with music, and really realizing that this is like actually what I really want to do with my life. But I've been releasing music officially since January.
Oh, January this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're on your grind.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, yeah. So when I
Oh.
started, I was like super trash, but I took like a lot of time and just like really focused, and like basically like got to a point where I was then like, okay, now I got something. Now I got something, and now I really want to like present it in the best way possible. So that process definitely took a long time, but it was just like it just sort of started. The music thing sort of just started as like for fun, like kind of coincidentally as a hobby, and now it's sort of turned into like what it is now.
Wow. So you said when you first started out, you was trash. What is something that you was doing bad back then that you feel like you're really growing on, that you really like you're doing better at now?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything, straight up, everything. I can't even. I don't know. I don't even know if I can give you a specific because it's just like literally everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
The name Kam Prada. Where does that name come from?
Sorry. Repeat that. You just cut out.
The name Kam Prada. Where does that name come from?
So I knew I wanted it to be Cam, like first name Cam, because my real name is Cameron, Kamren. So I knew I wanted like the first name from my stage name to be Cam, and then I just wanted to find like a last name for it basically, and I just wanted something that sort of stands out and just has like a nice ring to it, like easy to remember, good to like search up, and like we were just looking at different names and we were just like, yo, Kam Prada, and then everyone was just liking that one, so then that's what we went with, and it's like at first I wasn't really sure about it. At first I was like, are we sure we should do this? It's like I don't know, but it's really like grown on me like really nicely, and I'm really happy that we chose that one.
Wow. So did you just
I couldn't really see it any other way.
did you just recently come up with that name this January, or have you had it since 2018 when you first started doing all this?
That was actually like pretty recently. Like that was around like October, November time, or November, December time.
Yeah. So is it weird for you whenever you're out in public? Do people call you by your government, or are people calling you Kam Prada?
Most people just call me either like Cam or Kam Prada. But even like the people that just know me just call me Cam. So like it's cool because it's like kind of like best of both worlds, kind of like. Since that part of my name is in both my real name and my stage name.
Yeah.
So it's cool that way. Like basically everyone just calls me Cam.
Okay. I was checking out your IG, just doing a little bit of homework. I seen that last year around this time you was in LA. What happened around that time? Mm-hmm. What was going on? Why was you there?
Mm-hmm. So we went to LA to shoot. It was actually mainly just to shoot visuals. So we shot 2 visuals that we actually released like 6 months later in May. But yeah, we just got those visuals done because we had the songs done and we wanted to go to LA to shoot those. But I actually went back to LA in July of this year. And when we went back there in July, we shot Bora Bora, and we shot 2 other songs that haven't been released yet, but both of those songs are going to be on my EP that's coming out in 2022. And yeah, that was like my second time back in LA, and both trips were like super dope.
Jeez, what's the vibes like in LA? Because LA is a spot I've only ever seen like on IG, or I've heard of other people gone to. Is it really like nothing but music love? Like, what's it like over there?
It's like it's so easy to connect with people because there's so many people that are in the industry and just like in the arts, or like influencers, or just people doing shit like that, like creative type, out of the ordinary type things. So it's really easy to connect with people. And for me, LA is just kind of like, it's just that atmosphere where it's like, for me, it's like, yo, like this is where like everything's happening and we're here, like let's be as productive as possible and like get everything done. And because like we have the privilege to like be in LA doing music. It's like It's like a different it's like kind of a different vibe and a different feeling than being in Calgary. I still love to just be in Calgary too, but LA is just like different. Wow. It's just like really like a different mindset when I go there, kind of. It's hard to explain, but yeah.
Nah, I feel you. So if I was to ask you, what does music mean to you, what would you be able to tell me?
I'd say it's just like a way to express myself and a way to convey emotions or experiences or just vibes through the lyricism and through the instrumental and through just like the vibe of the song. That's probably what I would say.
So when you're making music, what type of feelings do you try to get out there whenever you're doing your craft?
I think I think the main thing is like when I listen to the instrumental for the first time, I sort of it's a mixture of like what emotions that instrumental makes me feel, plus like whatever's going on in either whatever's going on in my life at that time, or like how I'm feeling that time, or even like the vibe of of how I'm feeling in that moment, what type of track I'm trying to make, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to do. So it's like a mixture of those things when I'm writing and like when I'm creating, I'd say.
Okay. Do you get paid for music, or are you still just doing it right now out of like obviously whether you get paid or not, you're doing it for the love. But right now, at the point you're at right now, are you getting paid for it yet?
I am, yeah, yeah. It's been dope so far.
Obviously,
I didn't
my
I didn't
bad.
think it would be like it's cool. It's cool so far. I didn't realize it would be like this fast. It feels like everything's happening really fast, but I'm really grateful, and it's sick so far. Just want to keep staying consistent with the releases and just keep building basically.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you how much specifically you're getting, but what I want to ask is like, are you able to live on your own with how much you're getting?
I'd say it depends when the person's watching this interview. I'd say in this very moment, I'm maybe like halfway there. I'd say the making like the living that I want to be making, like base living that I want to be making. But I don't know. Maybe by the time this interview's out, or by the time some people are watching this interview, you never know, right?
Yes, sir.
Because yeah, we've been growing like a lot recently, which has been amazing. But yeah, hopefully, like my goal is to be there in the next year.
Wow. Do you charge for features?
Actually, right now I haven't done any features yet, and I'm not planning on doing any features yet. But I think I'm going to be starting features in 2022.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be is it gonna be like, so let's say you have the homies come to the studio with you, are they gonna get charged less? Are you gonna do them for free, or is it everybody's getting charged?
It's hard to say. I can definitely think of like one person that's like that definitely has like a Kam Prada free feature pass for sure. But
you can't speak on it yet, huh?
but I'm not sure. That's interesting.
That's all good. You know, time will tell.
Yeah.
So I saw your Back Again, music video, and what I want to ask you is like, yo, what was the whole meaning behind that? In the mountains, snowmobile. What was that, a Calgary Flames jersey?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So what was going on with that?
So basically, for that song, we just wanted to shoot like a Mission Impossible type, like James Bond kind of like, just like a movie kind of like that, and we just wanted to do something like really different, something that hasn't really been done before, or no one's really seen before. So the day of shooting that, like especially when we were in the mountains, that was probably like one of my craziest like music related experiences so far, because it was just like 5 of us like on snowmobiles, like in the middle of the mountains, like in the middle of nowhere. We drive like an hour into the mountains on snowmobiles to get like the shots we need, and we're doing all these shots. And it was like, that was probably one of the sickest experiences to this day that I've done, like music related, just because it was just so crazy. And yeah, that's probably one of my favorite videos, just because of how different it is. And like,
see, that's what I was gonna ask. How did y'all get up there? I thought maybe it was like y'all used a gondola or something like that, but it was a snowmobile.
So we shot it in Golden, BC.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. So we shot it. Do you know where Kicking Horse Mountain is?
Nah, I know where Golden is, but I don't know where that is.
Okay, so it's like the ski resort in Golden, like the place we shot it, like the base of the snowmobiles was like right across the street from that ski resort, and then we got on snowmobiles, and we had to drive the snowmobiles for like an hour in the mountains, like kind of sort of uphill at times, but we didn't have to like take a gondola or anything to go too far up. We just sort of like had to drive like into the mountains. And then once we got there, we were able to like get all the shots that we needed. for that part of the video.
Wow. So your fan base. How did you establish your fan base?
Definitely like a lot of TikTok, a lot of YouTube. Just really like trying to utilize the internet and just put my music out on the internet. And also like a lot of people on Instagram like reposting the stuff that helps a lot to grow. Just getting YouTubers to like use my music in their YouTube videos. That's also like very helpful. My song Sunset Boulevard went like sort of, the song didn't go viral on TikTok, but I had like a couple of videos of the song that went like super viral on TikTok. So that was like a really nice kickstart, because that was back in February. So that was like a really nice kickstart to all of my, so basically my whole music career. That was the second song that I put out. So that was super sick too. Yeah, just really trying to utilize the internet and like just get my music out there on the internet basically.
Do you think so from, let's say, the all of the 90s to the early 2000s to our generation, like this time right now, do you think it's easier to get noticed back then or easier now when you're trying to get out there?
I think it's easier now because you have so many more tools and resources like at your disposal. And just like even when COVID initially hit in like March of when it went way back, that made me realize that like, yo, like the power of the internet is actually crazy, right? Especially during those times when everyone was like at home on their phone. Yeah, so I think you definitely have more resources and like tools at your disposal now, as opposed to like back then when you had to get recognized by a label or someone up in the industry or something like that.
Or you had to know someone.
Yeah, but now it's like there's so many independent artists who have 1 million monthly listeners just doing it independently because they know how to use the internet and invest into themselves and get their music out there. You know?
Okay. What's your creative process to create music?
Probably what we went over before, like sort of just listening to the instrumental first. First of all, choosing the instrumental that I fuck with, whether it's like, well, usually it's like something that has been emailed to me by my producer, and then once I'm listening to the instrumental, just sort of trying to think of like what that instrumental is making me feel, and then how I'm gonna relate that to the lyrics, and like what direction I'm trying to go with the song, and then from there it's just, usually I start with the hook when I'm writing, but sometimes I start at different parts. It just depends. And yeah, that's pretty much just going from there.
Okay. So your video Off-White, where was that filmed at? Because I'm looking at the background like, yo, is my guy in Dubai? Where was that at?
That was actually that was on that first LA trip, like the first one this time last year. And it was filmed. So basically, when we were in LA, we drove like 4 hours southeast, and it was like we were driving like towards the Mexico border.
Okay.
And it was this like sand dunes. It was like this sand dunes spot, like 3 or 4 hours from LA. It's called the Algodones Dunes, and it was like a super sick spot.
So you just saw the spot and like, yo, we gotta make this work.
Yeah, and we wanted to do like more outer space themed. That whole project was like more outer space. That was like part of like this 3-pack that I put out. So we just wanted to have everything sort of like outer space themed. And my director actually knew that spot, and then he like recommended it to me, and I was like, yeah, we gotta go here.
Oh, so you got people on the lookout for spots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, man. Like shit, it's just organized. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, where can we see Mr. Kam Prada in 2022?
2022. Damn, I really want to do a mini Canada tour.
Ooh.
With like hit like Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto at the very least. Not sure if that's something that's going to be happening, but that's something I'm really working towards. Like that's one of my goals for 2022 is to work towards that, and maybe towards the end of 2022 do that, or if we're not there yet, just keep working until we're able to do that successfully and like sell out some shows. But
so when you say a mini Canada tour, would you be driving from Van to Edmonton, or would you be flying?
Um, I'm not sure actually. Definitely drive to Edmonton from Calgary. But then maybe fly to Vancouver. Not sure.
Okay,
We
okay.
could drive though too. We could drive though too. That might be fun.
Drive from Vancouver to Toronto?
Oh no, not that. Not
Yeah,
that.
like yo, that's a mission.
Not that.
Jeez. So, out of all the tracks you have right now, which one sticks with you the most? What's your favorite?
Probably Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
I think it's like very, very unique, and I just love like the production on it, especially like I think the production on it is like crazy and like very, very unique and different. So yeah, out of all the tracks I have out right now, I'd say Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
Really like Hills though. I really like Hills as well.
So we all have people that show us love, people that show us hate. So let's say, I assume in the short amount of time you've been doing this, you've ran into some haters. Maybe not in real life, but like on the gram, on TikTok. When you run into people that just go out their way to hate, how do you approach that?
Usually I just don't really respond. But also I sort of tell myself like, okay, we're doing something right.
Ooh, yup.
Because it's like, yeah, you know, like you need to be. That means you're targeting so many people that it's like you're also targeting people that are not gonna fuck with you or are gonna say something negative, right? So it's kind of bound to happen, especially when you're putting your music out on the internet like that, and even just like in the city too, it's bound to happen. But it doesn't really like. I feel like after the first couple times, like it's not really gonna affect you much anymore.
But don't you find it crazy how there's people out there where they'll wake up early in the morning, look for your page, and take time. What can I hate on this dude about today?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, so that's the haters. Who's your biggest supporter?
Biggest supporter. There's definitely a couple that come to mind, like just like always there, always showing love. Yeah, there's definitely a couple that really pop out for like that top 5, top 10, top 3 supporters. Yeah, but my friends support me, my family supports me. It's like my city supports me. It's love.
So my last question here that I'm gonna ask you is, I saw your Spotify rap it was 875.9K. What's that feeling like? Cause bro, you're right there to a milli. You're right there in under a year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Nah, if you told me that at the beginning of, like in January when I dropped my first song, honestly, I probably wouldn't believe it, because it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like I'm really grateful. I'm really happy that things have gone this way, and I'm just trying to like keep it rolling, keep the momentum going, and just keep building. Basically, you know, just keep increasing the fan base and just
yes, sir.
Staying consistent with the music and like just seeing how far I can take this, how far this can really go. Because yeah.
Nah, bro, because I like how you just told me you started in January, because this whole podcast thing that I'm doing right now, I just started it January this year too. And now like I already got 200 people following me on the gram, and it's like, yo, 200 people know like about this. And it's just surprising, because it's like, yo, I wasn't expecting it. But to see that, it's like, it's encouraging, it's moving.
Yeah, no, that's dope, bro. Yeah.
So before I end it, is there any question you'd like to ask me before I wrap this up?
Nah, I think we're good.
Okay. So for the people that's interested, where can they find you?
At Kam Prada on Instagram, KAMPRADA. Kam Prada on any streaming platforms. At Kam Prada on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. It's your boy Money Making Marlo.
Kam Prada, thank y'all for having me so
much. Oh, come on. Bro, I want you to know, whenever I get the chance to hit Calgary, if you're in town, we're doing another one, but face to face. 100%. All right, bro. I want to thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, bro.
No problem. All right, bro. And I'm out.